All right, this is not easy. I'm just going to put this out there. This is going to get kind of annoying. All right, we're still factoring, but in this case, the lead coefficient, it's not a 1, and you'll notice there's no GCF, there's no greatest common factor. 2 goes into 18, but there's no number that goes into 2 and 15 and 18. So, 1, but 1 doesn't change anything. So this is factoring when the lead coefficient is not a 1. All right, there's a couple of ways to do this, and I'm just going to do it. I call this the X method or the cross method, or you might call it the AC method. So remember, standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c. And the way this is going to work, we're still finding two things that will multiply to give us this original here. What we're going to do is we're going to start by multiplying A and C. Okay, you see this ugly little chart I got up here? So I'm just going to do it down under. So I'm going to multiply the A term and the C term. So 2 times 18. That's going to go here. 2 times 18 is 36. All right, now it's going to be a lot like the methods from before. So I'm going to find two numbers that multiply to 36 and they add up to 15. So two numbers that multiply to 36 and they add up to 15. Okay, 36, 3 and 12. They multiply to 36 and they add up to 15. So I'm going to put a 3 and a 12 here. It doesn't matter which one. Now, let's see here. So same signs, and they are both positive. So I put 3 and 12, both positive there. Now this is where it gets a little weird. You're going to divide these. You're going to divide these by 2. All right, divide them by the A term. Okay, whatever was up there. All right, notice 3 over 2 won't simplify, but 12 over 2 will. This is equal to 6. These are going to correspond to our answers. Okay, so one of our factors, one of our answers is going to be x plus 6. And then the other factor up here, what's going to happen is you're going to take this 2 and it's going to get moved up and to the left. So it's going to be a 2x and then plus 3. I know, that was completely weird. Multiply this out and see if it gives you back the original. So, 2x times x. Kind of check your answer. I do recommend you do that. So I think that's all I have to say about that. It's a weird method. We're going to do another one here. So again, they were the same signs, and they are both positive. So that's why it was plus and plus. We'll do another one here. Okay, I'll draw my big X. All right, there's no number that goes into all three of those. Check for that always. Makes your life easier. Actually, you have to do that whenever you're doing this method. If you don't do that, if you don't factor out the GCF, this little method will not work. All right, do A times C. So 4 times 40. Oh gosh, this is 160. So we want two numbers that multiply to 160 and they add up to 37. So hopefully you can see how it's similar to the last method. So they need to add up to give us this 37. Or you could put negative 37. I know that these are both going to have to be negative. Okay, because they're the same signs and both are negative. This is going to take a minute. So we're going to have to list out the factors of 160. This is just a big problem. 1 and 160. Those do not add up to 37. 2 and 80. No. 3 doesn't go into it. 4 and 40. We're getting closer. 5 will go into 160. I'll put it up here. 5, 160 divided by 5, 32. That's it. 5 and 32. Okay, so they multiply to 160 and they add up to 37. So it's going to be 5 and 32. So -5 and -32. Now, to do that weird step, we're going to divide by 4 and then simplify. 5 and 4 don't simplify. 32 and 4, that'll equal -8. So here's where our factors come in. X minus 8 is one of the factors. And then 4, we're going to bring that 4 up, remember? So the denominator becomes your number out front here. 4x minus 5. Okay. Notice they're the same signs, negative and negative, and they are both negative. If you were to multiply this out, you would get the original.